tweeting this out. Okay. Okay, we're actually streaming now, so there you go.
But in 30 seconds, the real world will see us.
Come watch us randomly eat and hang out with Kim. We'll talk about old FGC times, SF4, SF5, Japan, etc.
And James will be playing Final Fantasy Record Keeper on his phone while it goes on.
That's a nice show, but I'm a guest on UltraChenTV. Yay. It's also better than that. Boom.
Good work.
Professional.
Very.
Let's eat.
Hold on, man. I gotta retweet it.
Yeah, I have to retweet it too. I'm waiting for it. It's just taking a long time because. Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Where's your stream chat?
Oh, that's true. I should get my stream chat out. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Come on. You don't get more professional than this.
Oh, this is the most professional of it, possibly.
Oh man, and the sound's coming out of the thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. There we go.
All right. Well,
Why's the chat hidden?
it's all good.
No,
There's just
I
nobody
moved it
here.
over here. I moved it over here.
So, let's act like we're having a show. Let's,
Yeah,
you know, Let's feign that. So, introduce yourself.
My name is Kim1234. I'm from San Jose, California, but everyone thinks I'm like either from Japan and I'm Korean for some reason, but I'm not. I'm Thai Vietnamese. I'm from San Jose.
Here's a
I live
question
in
for you.
Japan.
Let me ask you this question actually. So, I know you as a SoCal player because that's where we met and everything like that, right? But you also lived in NorCal for a very long time during your CVS2 period. What do you consider yourself, NorCal or SoCal?
Well, I was born in Palo Alto. Like I'm from NorCal,
Okay.
and I've been there like that's what I thought, 20 whatever years, and then I went to school at UC Irvine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But SoCal is way better.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
That's right. You got the
In
answer
some
right.
in some regards.
Yeah, well,
I am in your I'm in
you're
your like
my-
basement right now, so I have no
exactly.
choice.
So
You know.
you have to.
Yeah.
That was a smart answer.
I might never leave.
Wise answer.
So, he's in, ooh, spicier than I thought it was going to be. It's just pad thai, I don't know. Anyway.
Pad Thai. It's just Pad Thai, guys.
Look, it's from a Chinese place. I expected it would not be, like, legit and spicy pad thai.
Can I poke a shrimp?
Poke that. Poke it, bro.
Poke a
So,
shrimp.
he's in SoCal for just a couple of days, and we thought it'd be cool if we hung out and talked a little bit, and, you know, it would be a nice opportunity, because, I mean, we're going to hang anyway, so we might as well put it on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I usually visit family for like a week or so in December, but I decided to stay an extra week. But everyone is working right now, so I was like, I'll just take a random trip, meet up with Chris King, Jace, UltraChen, obviously. I mean,
I
come
saw
on.
on Twitter you were hanging out with Vi, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Well,
We talked about being old. It was nice.
yeah, so...
Hey, you can talk about that with me all day.
So speaking of being old, when did you start playing fighting games? Competitively, I mean, you know.
Competitively, 99. My first game was Alpha 3. Everyone thinks it's actually CVS2. Yeah. Sorry. Dave Chappelle. I wish he was still making shows, but no. He's doing stand-up now.
Yeah, he's yeah.
But no one really knows about that.
I heard he's doing it again.
Anyway, Alpha 3 was my first game in 99.
Who'd you play?
V-Sakura.
Cheater.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's easy. It's like playing Elena, dude.
Dude, she was so good.
Back fierce, fireball, counter hit.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
a charge of fireball.
That was an option select back then,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
an option select.
But I should have played Akuma the entire time.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, like
Like in every game?
Well, yeah.
So wait, you play Alpha 3 and you played CVS 2. So, I mean, do you just, like, spend your whole entire life trying to be like Boss?
Oh, yeah. I'm like really salty right now.
That's all you tried to do, right? Because you even said, like, I
Wait,
should have played Akuma.
He didn't play V-Sakura.
No, but you said you should play Akuma. That's what made me realize how much... Because I figured you wanted to do that because you wanted
Okay,
to be
this
just
is like
Boss.
really old talk. Okay, so everyone right now is
Let's
not
make
gonna
it
send. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so with Akuma, VC1, low short, red fireball, demon flip, punch, and then crouching low short. It's like an unblockable. Works on like every character. I just need to know that beforehand before no one knew, and I would have won like majors back then.
You could go back in time.
Well, I mean,
Can you do that?
I
maybe.
wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
I feel like
man.
You wish I
if almost
can.
anybody were to go back in time, anybody who's like a reasonable tournament player were to go back in time to the start of whatever their game is, it's just really spicy, dude. I think that they would be winning tournaments. At least one. Like if somebody who's like if somebody who's like a mid-level Street Fighter 4 player, you know, they go to a major and maybe they make it out of pools.
Mhm.
If they were to go back to 2008 and play against Daigo, I think that they win the first tournament that they play against Daigo in.
If they don't if they don't care who Daigo is, then yes, that's true. But everyone always
fair enough.
cares who Daigo
Okay,
is,
fine.
right?
You don't know who Daigo is. It's just the point is just that as far as the skills go, you learn so much, you accumulate so much over the length of a game that you can go back to the start of it and beat the person who was the best at that time.
Dude, back then
You become the best?
when Alpha 3
Yeah.
started, X Zangief and X Dhalsim were the best characters in the game. And X Zangief killed everyone by just jumping and down fiercing everybody. You remember that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Splash, splash,
Yeah.
splash. That was it. That was the end of the game. And X Dhalsim was one of the best. I wanted him banned. I tried to get him banned on AGSF2 in a conversation on AGSF2 because I thought Jeff Schaefer was winning fraudulently with him.
Fraudulent.
Yeah.
He's from SoCal, by the way. Just letting you know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about it is,
So-
I didn't know the history back then. I didn't know Jeff Schaefer was always a Dhalsim player, like back in hyper fighting days and stuff like that. So he was beating James Romedy, who I thought was like the best Dhalsim at the time, and I was like, "What's going on? This character's obviously broken." And yeah, so.
It didn't turn out like that.
Well,
Well,
Dhalsim,
he did turn out to be super good, but it was Aism and Vism
Fine, yeah.
Dhalsim. Yeah.
Dhalsim was definitely like my only strategy was basically walk up, block, and then just mix in and jump. I have no focus to like dash through his limbs. His limbs were like way too good in that game.
Dude, Dhalsim is ridiculous in Alpha
Yeah.
3. He's so good.
I think Alpha 3, okay, if you could take out all the infinites that eventually led to its demise, like Alpha 3 is a great game.
Dude, I
It's-
love that game.
it's
It's
too-
still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But it's just the crouch cancel infinites
Yeah.
and the Visms are just too good.
I mean, if I can do the infinites and no one else can, it's the best game.
That's how you felt when roll canceling
But
came
I
out.
can barely do like whatever, like jump fierce and then like crouch cancel, like low fierce. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah,
I can barely do that.
Dude, because like, man, I hated the fact that, because I loved A Geef in that game. I loved A Geef, but I hated the fact that I had to use
Okay,
V
Gunter.
Geef. I had to play V Geef in order to be good with that character, in order to do well in tournaments. Because you couldn't win. You couldn't beat other Vism characters because you could never jump. It was too easy to custom anti-air and kill you. And so the only way you could beat it was to jump, they custom, you custom. And then you could live that way.
Isn't that wild that Capcom made a good game like without having a lot of patches?
Well, back then there was no.
They didn't make that many of those, really.
Yeah, I know, dude. Every fighting.
Okay, well,
game-
Alpha 2 was good, right?
Alpha
Oh,
2,
dude.
I will defend. I mean, I was listening
I didn't
to
like
you
Alpha
walk
2,
about
but I
Alpha
love-
3, that's fine, but Alpha 2 is the Alpha for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't-
stand
I
up.
don't
I can't
like
stand up. Oh no, I stood up. Okay, cool. Good
I
job,
like
dude.
that. That's footsies.
Yeah, but it was footsies for one super minor mistake and you lost 50% of your life.
Sweet. The thing I
also-
didn't like about Geef in Alpha 3, in Vism, SPD did 10 damage.
No damage.
It was just offensive to me. I just saw it and I always shook my head.
Right, yeah. That's why I liked A Geef, because he could do the damage. In fact, if you go online on YouTube right now and do...
Having video footage of you versus Omni licking his lips.
No. It's, yeah, that's in the Bang the Machine trailer.
Yeah.
But you can go look up James Chen and David Serlin and see me beat his Dhalsim with my Zangief.
Sick.
Yeah.
Good job. Shows a legend. He has a book.
He has a book. He has a card game, too.
Playing
So-
to win. Is that what's called?
You played Alpha 3, but then, I mean, the game that I know you for is CVS 2. When did that happen? I mean,
What does he do?
yeah, no, but I mean, like, some people didn't play it at first, or they played other games, and then they figured it out that they wanted to play one other.
CS2 was like it was an interesting game because at that time, like a lot of golf fans had like beta. Is it called beta test? I don't know. Location test.
Those
Location
load tests, yeah.
Load tests.
Yeah, location tests. So like I remember like versions of CVS2 that like Like people, no one even knows that like characters could even do this kind of thing. Like Ratio 2 characters. Like my first team was like Ratio 2 Terry, Ratio 2 Kim. I did like ghetto stuff, whatever. But it was freaking awesome. And I would have to go to like random malls in the middle of nowhere to like play the game. By that time, you know, you have a lot of time. You can do that kind of thing.
Right.
And I was like, and the game is still quite pretty. It's a pretty good looking game.
Oh, CVS2? Yeah. I mean, the biggest problem with it was that it reused all the Alpha 3 sprites, but outside of that, it's a really, yeah, exactly, Morrigan syndrome. But no, CVS2 is still one of the best looking games, actually. Although, it's weird, like, their backgrounds are a lot better than CVS1, but CVS1 still had some sick backgrounds. I really liked the background where you were in the alley and your shadow was on the wall.
Ah, yeah.
I really like that background.
Against the building or something. Right?
Yeah. So like you would see the fighters, but you just see the shadow cast on the wall. It was like.
Have you ever watched videos of that game? Like when characters are blocking and like the whole sprite shakes like this, like it's an earthquake or something. Like I don't know why I didn't notice that in the beginning, but like.
Dude, one of my friends couldn't play the game.
Yeah.
He couldn't play the game because of that. He was like, I couldn't play footsies and stuff because he would shake and I didn't know where to hit.
Oh, weird! I've really never noticed that.
Yeah, they shake a lot. They shake a lot.
You have to edit some footage right now of character shaking, or we can just like emulate it. Ready?
I don't even know what it looks like. But
it's crazy.
Just doing it.
Watch me. Yeah. It's for a good while too. It's like they block it. It's for like 2 seconds to shake.
Weird.
Yeah, they shook a lot. Like I said, one of my friends couldn't even play the game because of that. So.
Should we react to the stream chat? Because they were talking about Alpha 2 for a good while.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, talk about it.
Hanging out.
CVS2 is gonna be 15 this year. Oh man.
Yeah. We just ordered from some Chinese food place that's nearby to UCTV Studios, to our headquarters.
It's so professional.
You're still not even that old though, like compared to me, right?
How old are you?
How old are you?
33.
Oh, okay. I'm
Jesus.
32.
God, you guys are the same age. Neither of you guys can talk about being old.
I didn't say I was old.
No, but we were all talking about...
It's cool to say you're old. I mean, we're dudes, so it's all good.
That's true.
Oh. I'm wise and experienced and shit. And like younger players look up to me and they're like, "Hey Kim," that's all they say. Hey Kim.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot.
You complain about Bison. That's all you've done in this community.
Well, I mean, you've been playing a lot with Jace the Ace and stuff. Like, you hung out with him a lot when he was in Japan.
Yeah, he was in Japan for just a short amount of time though. Like 2 months or 3 months or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was there longer than that. Okay. Well, I do want to make sure that people in the stream or just watching this know that you had a lot to do with when Snake Eyes was in Japan. You helped set up a lot of those exhibition matches and stuff like that. So
sure.
You remember in Yubiken, and he was definitely playing a lot at the Yubiken studios. So.
Dude, the Snake Eyes versus Hagijin and even Snake Eyes versus Dashio. I mean, you know how like YouTube has their whole like monetization. I don't know how you say it. Whatever. So Hagijin versus Snake Eyes easily like the one that made us all that money.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So
bought
like,
a pack of gum.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
I bought me one of these right here.
Ooh.
One of
Twitch
these.
money, dude.
Yep.
That Twitch esports money.
Yeah. I just quit my job right now, just thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So with CVS2, you played that a lot, and you were good at it.
I was like, no, I wasn't. I'm not gonna say I'm like the only dude that like tried to keep the scene alive, but I tried really hard. I had my own website. I recorded a lot. I went to Japan often to like record videos and stuff like that, and I really liked the game. I thought the game had everything that you were looking for. It had even though there's this thing called roll cancel. Younger people might not know what that is, but you can make every special invincible. So if I do this special technique and you jump in on me, I can do like a roll cancel Hadouken, and then it's an anti-air.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not technically that hard, but it's it still requires like practice. You know?
It was weird because
At the time, like a lot of people couldn't do it.
dude, I had trouble doing it
Figured it out.
really badly. And then you remember that Watson threw that 37 moment reloaded event, right? And so we did a show where we went through all the old games, right? And so I was like, yeah, we used to be able to do like roll cancel. Here, let me see if I can demo it for you. And then I did it like 4 times in a row. I was like, what the heck? It feels like the plinking that I did
years
in
too
Street
late.
Fighter 4 helped me learn the timing to do roll canceling really well.
I mean, for me, it's always been easy because I had to learn how to carry throw with Q as like the number one thing. Like
Right,
you had to carry
yeah,
throw with that
yeah,
character.
yeah.
So I just got used to pressing strong and then roll, throw. It's like
Right,
the
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But so I just whatever the button was. The only thing that was tough for me until I later figured it out was RC electricity. I just like it's ultimately actually pretty simple, but I didn't figure it out for a long time.
Derek
Do
Daniels.
we have anybody in the stream chat from Dianza College? Put your hands up. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, like every day at Dianza College, I would be doing this on the desk.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Derek Daniels. Every time I looked at him, he would just be sitting there doing.
See, like if you can perfect this, like since a lot of people couldn't do it, it's like free wins.
Yeah,
Free wins. Free wins.
Yeah.
So I mean, I couldn't. I mean, as weird. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I remember it took me like 5 months to be able to do it like consistently. Yeah. Kim in the house. That's right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, this is Kim.
Yep. So I mean, sorry. What was your original question about CBS2?
I just wanted you to talk about it. You know, how did you do in tournaments?
I did good. I mean, like,
Look,
it's not up to me to say if I'm top 5 in America or anything like that. It's up to. I've always thought like the player themselves shouldn't really say that kind of thing. But enough people said that.
Yeah,
look. I'll say it for you then. Okay, so West Coast was very, very good at CBS2. There was a big rivalry between SoCal and NorCal.
Yeah.
NorCal has always been like probably one of the best at the game. During one of the heights of CBS2 at Evo West, which took place at San Diego Comic-Con,
Oh yeah.
you took first place.
Did I?
You won.
Me? But I just complained about Bison though.
Yeah.
That's all I
But
do.
see, you won the tournament. I recorded it all because back then nobody was recording any match footage, so I was recording it for posterity's sake. But I was the one who had to like capture it and do all this stuff, and I was really lazy to do it. He drove to my house.
To this house right here.
To this house. Yeah, so he could borrow the tapes and capture it because he really wanted the footage of him winning to be out there on the internet.
Well, I needed it to like just make sure that it was real. That's all. That was like the first tournament. Like I didn't even remember that you get money for winning it. Like I got like $800 or something. I was like, what?
Dude, back
You
then,
get
yeah,
money
I
for
know,
winning?
right?
What?
Back then.
And then I fixed up my car the next day.
Dude,
$800
back
was
then,
a ton, man. Like I never won anything that was that size, but for sure my lifetime winnings I was well under 800.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know, 15, 20 tournaments overall, but it was $50.
Yeah, exactly.
It was $20 sometimes. Like,
But you
much,
like
much
it doesn't
less.
like when you play games, you don't think about.
No, it was just a
yeah,
bonus.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it was never the goal at the time.
Yep, nobody.
I
Same
can
tournament.
always say that.
Wait,
like,
did DSP win ST at?
He won Evo East.
He
Evo
won an
East.
Evo East. Yeah.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
and he beat Seth Killian in grand finals.
No
too,
way. How
so,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Dang.
He beat the developer of Street Fighter 4.
Wow.
Producer. What was his official title?
Oh, who knows? I don't remember.
He got like one of those crazy special titles.
Yeah.
It didn't sound
too much.
special in English, but like in Japan, like in Japanese, it was like really a special
Like that
role.
guy, tall guy.
He also
glasses.
like he won like a Capcom Employee of the Year once 1 year while he was there, I believe. So yeah.
Sounds
people-
meaningful.
Yeah, people were really.
I've only played DSP in tournament maybe twice, but I beat him both times. But one of them was I beat his DJ with old Honda.
Oh.
Yo.
Oh.
That matchup.
I don't even know what that means.
God awful.
Yeah, that matchup.
That matchup
sucks,
is
dude.
terrible, but he didn't know any of the options that old Honda had, so I was like sweeping him with like far stand short and stuff, and he was like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Special combat advisor says that guy.
Yeah, special comp. No, I guess that is, yeah.
I just
boy,
found
I'm
out.
grateful.
I just found out that like he has a pretty decent YouTube following. I just found that out.
Really? No, he's like one of
Some
the.
years ago, man.
So
I don't
there's
think
like,
they should have.
so Let's Play. That's a concept on YouTube where you watch people play video games, right? The number one Let's Player is PewDiePie, and I believe
Is that a girl?
no, it's a dude. But I believe like DSP was like the number 3 highest paid like Let's Player. And I found this out because I had those footage of him playing and like beating Justin Wong in tournaments. Yeah, he beat Justin Wong in another Grand Finals video too.
ST, right?
Yeah, and after he won, he's like, Daigo's fucking next, and it's like, okay, sure.
And he did like
he was pretty good at games.
Yeah,
to be honest.
but I mean, the funny thing about it was I started getting all these YouTube comments and all the DSP videos, and I couldn't figure out why. Like, I was like, why are people all commenting on DSP videos all day? And then I found out he became like super famous basically for playing games and yelling and crying about him and stuff.
So his gimmick is
he gets mad. Yeah, but he gets mad, but he also plays the game terribly. And like you can see that like I've met him. Like, I know he's not an idiot. You know what I mean? So, like, when I see him in the game doing stupid stuff and getting mad at it, it's like a shtick. But, you know, whatever. It's
So what's the difference between
people
DSP?
like it, I guess.
How about DSP and Flow? Like what's the difference? Like, how do I tell them apart?
Oh, man.
That's a huge difference.
They get angry and tone of the skin.
I'm gonna let you just fade off into obscurity on that question. Just keep trailing off.
Going back to Final Fantasy Record Keeper.
Yeah.
But Flo he's like my friend, you know? Like, I can say stuff like that about friends. Yeah.
DSP was a nice guy in person, by the way.
Yeah, he was.
Flo's good. Mm-hmm. Right.
Flo was good.
You know, wait, just real quick.
Go on.
So Flo, like, before he like directly brought up that he was a choker, he was improving on it, and then he just embraced it.
Yeah,
and then he just became worse. And then I guess he's nice.
I guess there's a little bit of truth to that for sure.
He definitely is a choker, though. That's for sure.
Yo,
super strong.
I got another one of those when I was doing the AMS thing. So.
Oh yeah.
Where's my cookie?
It's in the bag down here. I got all the cookies.
Give me I want some inaccurate statements right now. Predictions.
Do I get a cookie?
If there's one here.
You have to read your fortune on stream.
All right, let's do it.
We have to see what our fortunes are. This will determine what we do in the FGC in 2016.
Crack. All right. Good. The cloud will rain success onto you.
Well, there you go. You have to play Smash Brothers.
I was gonna make a cloud storage joke, and then I was going to make a "It's raining in Southern California" joke.
That was too obvious.
All right.
Gotta play
you go.
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers it is.
And Main Cloud, right?
I got it.
All right.
Look at this.
Oh, this is like the worst fortune I think I could have gotten since I said it was going to be about the FGC. But it says, you will spend many years in comfort and material wealth.
Good luck.
One day.
Man.
Well, mine's not very deep at all. It just says that next month I'll be doing a lot of medium punches and going for counter hit setups. That's all it says.
Something about being strong.
Yeah, like medium punch like twice, not 3 times.
Okay.
3 times I might get jabbed. It's very detailed. It's amazing.
Very detailed.
Yeah. Oh, but at least whatever I am doing will look good and will be a next generation.
You know, that's a very long fortune cookie you have there. I don't know how it fit that many words on the page, but I support this game. Okay.
All right, I'm going to read this thing here. I'm going to have to read because I still don't know what it is. What? How did you get all that from this? Dude, look at this.
The sky's the limit this month.
Sky's the limit.
But this month, once you get to February, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like everything happened right now. But don't you think that's a stupid statement? I always thought that was a stupid thing to say. The sky's the limit.
But there's a limit, though.
No, I mean obviously there's a limit, but it's like so obviously that's the limit. Like there's no, like obviously the end of the atmosphere is a limit. It's a limit.
The funny thing is, the way that I misheard it when I was young actually is better. I think, which was disguise the limit. You know, that's actually kind of deeper, you know, in a weird way. Like, you know, ignore the limit, like change the limit, disguise the limit.
I'm pretty sure you made that up, so props.
Oh, of course I made it. Like I said, I misheard it, but I think it's kind of.
I can see there being some, you know, depth in that.
It sounds like an actual Chinese fortune kind of thing,
does, actually,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So am I supposed to eat this also?
If you want. I don't know, man. It's not the tastiest thing in the world, but it's all you.
That's true.
Yeah.
What, the fortune cookie?
Yeah.
Fortune cookie. Dude, fortune cookie's a fortune cookie.
80% of why I ate it just now was because my mouth was still very hot. And I wanted to get the spice out. It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good pad thai. I saved it for tomorrow.
I'm gonna leave it here just to remind everyone to not give into what the hell, man? To not give into peer pressure. Like when your parents tell you that you have to finish your food and you're like on a diet, say no, mom. This fortune cookie, right there.
Dude, my whole life,
eat it.
my whole life, my parents told me to finish food over and over and over again. Now my mom says I'm fat all the time, and then one time I was finishing food, and she was like, "You don't have to eat the whole thing." I was like, "You told me that I can't, like, I have to eat all my food," and she's like, "Well, I was wrong."
Dang.
Like,
That's rough.
yeah, I know.
Asians.
Mm-hmm. Asians, did you call them?
Asians.
Asian parents.
Asians.
Asian parents, yeah.
I have to eat the fortune cookie in order for it to become true.
Yeah, well, you can't now. I already ate half of it.
So I can only do one medium punch now. I can't do two.
Yeah. So who did you use in CVS 2?
A lot of characters in the beginning, but my main was Seagroove, Rolento, Blanca, Sagat. Yeah.
In fact, I even put you in one of my Evo trailers. You are in one of the Evo trailers.
That's with the Moulin Rouge.
The Moulin Rouge
trailer,
song,
Yammer,
yeah.
I like that song. It's a good song.
No, it's a great song. I was so happy I was able to use it for a trailer.
Can you play it right now? For the stream to hear?
I don't know if we could actually put the audio on, because if we put the audio on, we're gonna get like jacked for violations.
We get copyright claimed for real every time we do music. In fact, there was even a time when
Can we sing it?
I tried to. Nah, dude, we're gonna get busted. I specifically had us play public domain music so that we wouldn't get busted, and we got
It was a
busted.
public domain jazz station. Public domain, which means everybody owns the music. That means there's no copyright.
What if you go to
From 90 years ago.
Go to the YouTube audio library. Can you play that?
But Twitch has its own audio library.
Yeah.
Look, it's all very poorly done.
I can play the trailer, but mute it.
It's like this.
That would be very fun.
Some guy like doing this to the keyboard live, and you're able to use it.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you have a keyboard here so that we can do that?
That would be fun.
And you just learn how to play.
I could just play.
Yeah.
You know, I played piano.
I'm sorry, I assumed that you didn't know how to play. I don't know if you're offended. Right?
I did indeed know how to play piano as I was growing up.
I can still play Super Mario Brothers 3 on the piano.
I mean, where is it?
The piano?
I have a keyboard. I have a keyboard upstairs,
Oh, do you?
so I would be able to show you, but it's upstairs, and there's a lot of like boxes and clothes on it and stuff.
I played the harmonica for a long time.
That's cool. I've always wanted to know.
I carried it around in my pocket.
I believe you.
I did. I would just take it out, play it
You're
sometimes.
like, what's that in your pants? My harmonica! Are you disappointed?
Is that a harmonica in your pants? Or are you just happy to see me? Harmonica.
YouTube.
That was a Hot Shots joke.
Hot Shots.
Remember that movie?
Airplane.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah,
I never seen it.
Actually, it was a joke that was only in the commercials, but didn't actually happen in the movies, I think. Like, is that a cue ball in your pocket? You just happy to see me, and he pulls out a cue ball. And it never happened in the actual movie, so.
I see.
It's a good joke, though.
Are you playing Street Fighter 5?
I am playing Street Fighter 5. I played it for a total of like 2 hours.
Okay.
But it's like 2 hours of like non-training mode, always figuring stuff out, you know?
Right.
Are you playing Dictator based on what you were saying earlier?
I'm playing him because he's like natural, because I have 6 years of playing.
He's not the same character.
He's not the same, and therefore it's hard to get rid of like a lot of 6 years of like tendencies and muscle memory.
Yeah, hitting roundhouse when people jump at you.
But rounds is like still good in that game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's super
as
good.
an anti-air?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yo, it crush
okay.
counters on
Anti-air?
anti-air. Yeah, you get to juggle afterward on counter hit.
I didn't even know.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Never mind.
Well,
I mean, it has to be at that certain angle, but yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, whatever. He's like a completely different character. I need to like play good people to have a...
I've discovered one thing, though, right now, as we're doing this stream, is that nobody reads the text on the side. Like, it literally says, special guest, Kim1234. And
I could be a blank, though.
All these people have been coming into the chat, and they're like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Like, dude, it says it right there. I mean, come on.
No, it could just be no name.
Yeah. Maybe it's special guest, no name, and then, by the way, also Kim1234.
Yep, pretty much.
It's a possible
sincerely
interpretation.
Kim1234.
I just wanted to spread it properly, that's all.
I like Bison a lot in that game.
Leave it. It's okay. Wow. Look at you, James. On the spot, doing all this like fancy computer stuff.
Let's see if it worked. Oh,
Bam!
it worked.
There you go.
Yeah, I like Bison a lot. I think he's sick. He reminds me of Super Turbo Bison, which was my secondary in that game, because I like to have crazy movement, and I like having no wake-up options, and I like having like weird movement. Nah, I think that's really interesting, personally.
Dude, but how can you, like, you said you like having movement options. He's, like, slow.
Yeah, but he has sick dash.
Yeah,
he has
his dash is so
Yo,
sick.
his air movement is sick.
You guys need to shut up right now.
He has
man.
scissors for movement, like that
Dude,
were
you
better.
know what?
Yo, scissors are plus. Roundhouse scissors are plus on block.
Are they?
Damn.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Dude,
Just
you
do
know what?
it.
It's so funny because Kim sounds a lot like, see, back to this whole thing again. He sounds a lot like how I sound with Cammy, even in Street Fighter 5.
Don't listen to this guy. Don't listen to this guy. Whatever I say is real, okay?
So he complains about Bison in almost the exact same way that I complain about Cammy.
Don't listen
It's
to
just
him.
really, really angry, kind of like really defeatist kind of like, she sucks. Well, of course they wouldn't give her this, you know, that kind of thing.
But I have results backing it up.
I used to do well with
Dang.
Cammy in Street Fighter 4 early on.
Super Turbo, don't worry. Evo West with that hotel near LAX. I remember you. I see you. Yeah.
Hey, I was in Grand Finals versus Daigo. We were talking about this earlier. This wasn't streamed. How like Japanese, like in the culture, U.S., it's not polite to point, but in other countries they don't teach you that, right? So I always notice that a lot of Japanese players point at themselves or point at you or whatever like that, right? So there was that CEO, how I qualified for the Tournament of Legends at that first Evo. I got into Grand Finals against Daigo by beating Arturo Sanchez. So I beat Sanchez to get into Grand Finals, and Daigo saw that I had to play Sanchez, and then he walked away. And after the whole thing, after I played and I beat Arturo, we found Daigo, and he walked back up, and like he knew he had to play Grand Finals, and I sat down, and he looked at me and went, like he pointed at me, like you, like he was all surprised, and then like he had this chuckle, and then he walked up. I was like, thanks, Daigo.
Dang.
Thanks a lot. Like he literally chuckled after he pointed at me. I was like, man.
Did you get a game off him?
Dude, he played Boxer on me. He didn't even play Ryu. He played Boxer
beat
on
you?
me. Oh, he destroyed me.
I beat his Boxer in tournament. Fact.
Well, you have a character that can actually
Yeah.
fight Boxer.
But then his Ryu ripped me to shreds. So.
I have to say that played Daigo only twice in tournament, and the first time was in CVS2, and like it was somewhat close, and then like 10 years later, whatever, it was just at the SEAM tournament in Thailand.
Oh, okay.
It was
okay,
like
okay.
I feel a little bit, yeah, like I was very unprepared. He was very prepared.
I forgot. Bucktooth beat Daigo in CVS2 that one year, didn't he? Or did he come super close?
Me and him always have no, he beat him.
Okay,
We always have
okay.
this joke that Bucktooth is like the only person that beat Nuki and Daigo in the same tournament, and no one remembers. No one remembers. They just know that he makes Killer Instinct now.
Yeah. Do people even know that? Like, I don't even know if a lot of people knew that he worked on the season 1 of Killer Instinct.
Really?
Hey, he had a panel and everything.
Yeah, it
okay,
was out at
okay.
the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were talking about, like the only person to beat those players or whatever like that. I saw like this meme picture that said like Bill Paxton is the only actor to have ever been killed by a Terminator, a Predator, and an alien. Like he's literally died to all three of them.
Who's Toshin? Toshin sounds familiar. Is he
Oh.
from the East Coast?
Yeah.
Makoto player. Makoto.
Eastern Canada.
Yeah, I always thought he was
No,
in
no,
Maine.
oh, really?
Maine,
Who
but yeah.
am I thinking of?
No, he's Halifax, I think.
Oh, okay.
Is he playing Makoto?
You're thinking of Tinshi?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Makoto from New York.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, some people don't know that he worked on it, so.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Someone said,
No,
put Bill Paxton and MKX in.
Oh, everybody dies to the Predator in that
yeah,
game.
I know,
So.
Predator and
talking about memes,
and
guys.
Alien, right? He can die the Alien there now. Baraka Alien. Oh man.
Why are you wearing headphones, James?
Because I always just want to. I'm paranoid because the thing is, if I do this right now.
I noticed.
So as long as I have this up, I know that we can be heard. That's all. So
That was a really good point. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
I would not have missed that point for the world.
yeah, it was
Very
really,
important.
really important. It was very important. It was crucial.
What made you pick up Bison in 4? I'm always curious why people played that character.
Well, because I think Street Fighter 4 was a hard game for everybody that played Street Fighter in like previous games. It was a hard game for everyone to like get used to. Because for me, I didn't play the game until like 3 months after it came out.
Oh, really?
No, okay.
Yeah. So and I thought like, how can I play this game the way that I want to, but I still need to like get as much information as because everyone was playing the game at the time. I was losing like hella money. You lose like $5 in like a minute, or not a minute, but you know.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, I need a character with a lot of escapes. So it gives me more time to like adapt and know what's
that
up.
makes sense.
And then I went to this really popular arcade, and then everyone knows who Shungoku Neurosis is now.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, he was just beating everyone with Bison, and then I saw the combos that he was doing, just stand fierce, stand short, stand rounds, you know, but it was still hot, you know. His
early
movement,
on,
scissors kick was a knockdown, and so I thought, oh, double dash twice, this makes a lot of sense, and he was like my main motivation, because at that time, like no one really knows this, but like Shiro was my motivation in CBS 2. He played Rolento. I like Rolento in that game. Yeah, but then Shiro played Abel. And I was like, I don't like Abel. Screw this. So,
I mean, to be honest with you, in AE, once I had pretty much determined that Cammy was no longer a character for me, by the time AE and AE 2012 came out, in AE 2012, I had seriously considered switching my main to Bison, just because I could hit buttons again. Like, I could just hit roundhouse, like ST style, you know what I mean? Just like roundhouse. I even used them at a few Wednesday night fights and stuff like that.
I remember that, yeah.
I remember I played against Kino, and he just destroyed my Cammy with Balrog, so I switched to Bison. And I beat him one game, and then he beat me the next game, and he was like, you came really close. And I was like, yeah, whatever, Kino.
Yeah.
Don't try to make me feel good about my loss.
I mean, I can see how he can be considered a buttonsy character, but if you just look at him. But in the practical way, in terms of how he like practically plays, I feel like he has to play so patiently.
No, he does. I mean, obviously that my method of trying to hit buttons with him didn't work.
Yeah.
Right, and that was the thing. It's like I've never been able to find another character that did that, because that character doesn't exist in that game. It just doesn't exist in Street Fighter 4. So that's just one thing I just had to figure out. And you know what? Street Fighter 5 is going to be the same way. It's
Probably
Street Fighter
so,
5.
yeah.
Because I've always said that the reason why I never was very good at Street Fighter 4 footsies, because it's a very third strike style of footsies, which is whiff punishing is a little more important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third strike whiff punishing was because dude, I'm from ST. No one whiff punished Cammy's low forward kick, right? And
Because you couldn't. It was like 10 frames.
Yeah, Zangief stand short literally cannot be whiff punished because its last frame is an active frame. You know, there's no such thing as punishing that move, right? So it's now that my mentality is different, though, I feel like I could go back and play Street Fighter 4 a little bit better now that I get that a little bit more. That's what was hurting me, because even when I play Third Strike, you notice when I'm Dudley, I just go back fierce towards forward, back fierce. I'm just hitting buttons all day, and it's just not the right thing to do. So, yeah.
I think in Street Fighter 5, you might, if that's what you like, you might like Street Fighter 5 more, because I feel like whiff punishing in that game is a bit difficult since everyone's limb is about this long, right? I find like this. So like a lot of it will be using the whole like what's it called, that priority system. Heavies are beats lights.
I mean, to be honest with you, I just love Zangief right now, because I used to play Zangief all the time, and he's not about hitting buttons. So just having Zangief makes it so that I play the game right. You know what I mean? Just because it's a completely different mentality. Although in ST, dude, Zangief was buttonsy too.
He could be, yeah. Depending on the matchup.
Yeah, dude, low roundhouse was like such a... Even in Super Turbo, Zangief's low roundhouse was a good whiff punisher.
That's true.
You could whiff punish Guile low forward. Like low forward, boom.
Yeah, you could stand short
so good,
too. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to 5 because I feel like footsies are more interesting than in 4. It's just like deeper. Like you don't... So far, at least, it seems like no characters get by on 2 or 3 button footsies. Let alone 1 button footsies, like some characters do in 4. So
I need more
that
time with
alone
the
I
game.
think is really interesting.
The only
Yeah,
thing,
I mean we'll see just early impressions.
I mean, I agree actually that the footsies look way more interesting. The more buttons are going to be useful. My only concern right now is I feel like a lot of characters have the same buttons, and that's what concerns me a little.
You
bit.
mean they look the same purpose?
They all like it really feels like to me like standing strong is your combo linker. Right,
Yeah.
standing roundhouse is usually kind of the anti-air. Everyone has this move that they kind of float over legs. You know, low forward kind of functions the same with a lot of characters.
You're absolutely right.
You know, I feel like a lot of the normals are very similar between
I can see that.
characters, and that's what I'm kind of worried about. But you know, as we keep playing it, we're gonna find crazy things about these buttons, and I'm sure it's not gonna turn out that way at all. But that was one of my initial evaluations of it. But like I said, I really kind of doubt that it's gonna end up that way.
Yeah.
But, there's someone's making a comment that Street Fighter 5 scares me. I have to learn Street Fighter now.
Oh, Necromantic, the Fuerte player? Yeah.
He almost beat Santaro at Evo. That's how I know his name. Oh, and he won Wednesday Night Fights online.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I always feel that like
He's a good player, but he uses Fuerte. So.
Yeah.
I don't ever want
Top
to play.
5 most
I don't ever want to
interesting.
play you. Yeah, it's not fun. It's like,
See,
so interesting.
I know I can say these things because I know how he is with Bison and how I am with Cammy, so I know I can make these comments and I know he would agree with me.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah.
because my character's like the most honest character ever, ever. I don't have a comeback.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Bison is pretty damn honest. In that
I agree. I wasn't gonna say he was wrong
because he has no overhead, dude. He has like
even
nothing.
Dalsum has like gimmicks. Like I have
Sim
nothing.
definitely has more gimmicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Devil's Reverse that lands on the other side and then you do scissor kicks?
Oh, you mean it doesn't hit on the other side, and then you can for sure they'll throw me, or they'll low short. Yeah, but it's cool though. Yeah,
It's cool.
That's the extent of the Bison shenanigans. Yeah.
No, but I mean, you see me play. Like I've made up like a lot of stuff, but it like just leads to this much, like always. And I actually like the character. Like I'm not using the character because I'm trying to like be a low tier warrior. Remember Joe Zaza?
Dude, I was a low tier warrior my whole life, dude. So trust me, I know all about that. So
I'm saying I'm not a low tier warrior. I'm just saying that like Bison is interesting to me. It's just that he gets abused a lot by the community. He doesn't get enough respect and enough love from the people that matter. The people that know that he's like not a good character. Those guys will be the ones that won't attack me ever.
Right.
I'll be over here, they'll be over there, and somehow they're complaining about me. But as soon as you see some like Furte going crazy and doing nothing, we're doing. Why are you stroking that? So weird.
Oh,
I got it.
As soon as you see Furte like going all over the place,
It's for the best. Yeah.
Bison is mid. Sure.
Okay, but really, if you really had to rate him in the cast, what tier? Just broadly. Doesn't need to be like a number, but like where in the cast would you put him?
Mid tier.
Mid-tier. Okay.
Mid-tier.
Well, I couldn't tell if you're being sarcastic, but yeah.
Mid tier.
Yeah, no, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Like high mid.
But you guys do realize that we're talking about the past right now, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Let's rise up. Let's rise up and talk about the future.
The future, Street Fighter 5.
The future is me getting a GTX graphics card.
What?
That's the future.
You're gonna play on PC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even though I went to Frost Electronics today and I got me like $100 Hori stick.
Shoutouts to Ultra
Dang.
Arcade. Came in the chat. So.
Ultra Arcade.
You know, I built a PC for myself recently, a gaming PC.
That's amazing. Tell me more.
It was $1,000, and it had all the cool parts. But I just had to you just have to wait until the things are on sale.
You got a lot of parts during Cyber Monday, though, right? So.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Ultra.
It's
Why
doable.
does Ultra Arcade sound familiar again?
They're the ones who are running the KI Cup later this month, and they've been a huge supporter of Killer Instinct, and they do
Sponsor of Mortal Kombat legend Tom Brady. That's probably where you know it from.
Good job, Ultra Arcade.
Man.
It's frustrating
you
that
can-
you don't know him better.
You cannot run a Street Fighter 5. You can't run the game on a 3-year-old PC.
You cannot? You don't think?
You cannot. It all depends on it. It just depends on the graphics card, to be honest.
Right, yeah, like how'd you start out?
I've heard that Guilty Gear runs surprisingly well on lower end machines. Exert Sign on Steam.
Yeah.
I've heard it runs really well on low end machines. So.
I'm gonna play Zangief. I'm gonna play Dhalsim.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
I'll wait for running grab if I play you.
I'm never gonna do. I think I'll never do that.
Which one?
The running grab. I don't think I'll.
The running grab is so good.
Yeah, I feel like that's a week one thing.
It's good. I mean, I used it in CVS2 and it was really good. So.
What are you talking about? Was it?
CVS1, yeah.
Was it good in CVS2?
Because I
It
always
was better than it had been.
Because you could roll cancel it? Or
no,
what?
I would do low jab into it and it would catch a lot of people off guard. So.
Why don't you do SPD?
No, because that's the thing is when you do low jab, that little delay makes people realize you want to SPD, so they jump away. So if you look like you're setting that up and you go jab into the kick grab, it looks like you keep on doing something, so they don't think the throw is coming. Look,
Interesting.
I beat Jason Cole with that move in CVS1 at B5 or B4, one of those two.
Was it different in CVS1 though?
No, it was the
Was it
same
faster?
between the two games. It was the same between the two.
That
games.
character was a butthole in that game.
We're
Yeah, he was
talking
awful.
like 15 years, 16 years now. I don't know.
In CVS2, I played him. I mean, that wasn't my
Zangief?
main game. It was Third Strike at the time and Super Turbo. But yeah, I played Geef, Dhalsim, Sagat. Was my team.
What group?
C.
Who was ratio 2?
Sagat.
Who did I? So
Who was the battery?
It was typically
Do people even know what that means? The battery?
I don't know if it's...
The battery, the anchor.
CVS2.
It was that order usually. It was usually Geef, Sim.
Yeah, really
Sagat.
important for CVS2 was having that character that built the meter for the later characters. So first character had to be a battery.
No, I'm sorry. It was Sim Geef. Yeah, it was not. Yeah, it was Sim Geef. So that I could do stupid stuff like Super.
Geef's up grab super
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah,
That's all I remember.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, the character was terrible. I thought Dhalsim wasn't
Yeah.
as bad as people thought he was. I always felt like he was
EO.
mid.
If you remember EO at the
Of
time?
course, yeah. EO was definitely a big inspiration. For a while, I played Maki.
Yeah, I played Maki too. Maki.
She's like one of the most complicated characters in that game.
Yeah,
What,
yeah, dude. I tried to play
High execution.
Yeah.
Like no really like a textbook way to like do your damage.
real funky. Yeah. I tried to play the character again last year, and I didn't remember anything.
Yeah,
anything.
she's so
It was-
hard.
Yeah.
Although I will say, after Evo, one year we all went to Southern Hills Golfland and played, like on the Monday afterwards, and I played Nuki a bunch of times, and I was using, my team was like Maki, Chun-Li. Chun-Li was
Nakaruru?
my...
I see this
No,
one.
it wasn't
See this one.
Nakaru. It was.
Yeah.
It might have been Morrigan. I think it was.
Okay.
But
Oh yeah, you played C Morgan.
yes, I
right?
did.
That's right.
It was really dumb, but I played C.
Is there a reason why they're all girls? Oh no,
It just happened that
you
way.
play Zangief also. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, but
Mega Man?
I'll make a comment.
Yeah, you're right,
I'll
actually, Mega
make
Man's
a
right there,
comment
yeah.
on that in just a little bit. But I mean, after I played Nuki a bunch, he actually looked at me and was like, "Your Maki very strong." So I
You
was
the
like,
man.
"Yes!"
You the man,
I was like
James.
super happy. I was super happy.
He was pointing at you also. 'cause
Yeah,
he's
he pointed
Asian.
at me. He did. He pointed at me. He did. But I will say this about the figures: if they actually made figures of men, I would buy them. They don't exist.
I totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like I like Strider. Like
Uh-huh.
why is there Strider's an awesome character? It looks cool and
Right,
everything.
uh-huh.
Why is there no like?
Dude, I have a soul bad guy sitting here, right? I have a soul bad guy here.
Don't forget about this
Yeah,
champion.
Dan, exactly. Look, if they made a Johnny figure,
But that doesn't count. There's a bunch of those that exist. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like
Oh, the little Dan one.
a wide mass.
if they had
Yeah,
made
yeah.
like if you see all the male Street Fighter characters and figures, they're all made by American companies,
Right.
like Connecticut's, like Pop Culture Shock, and those ones like
Japanese
that.
people just like little girls. I mean, like serious though. Like the girls sell over there. So
Yeah.
the end. You don't have to think too much.
Okay, I was thinking about whether I should continue questions, but
Oh, so we're done. Okay. All right, guys. Later. Girls.
I completely missed what just happened.
but how are
there.
things over there? So he lives in
Oh, you mean
Japan.
in the.
Just asking. No,
Oh.
just how's life in Japan? That's all.
He's good.
He's good.
He's
He's
good.
good.
I
Do you get to interact with a lot of the Japanese FGC? Obviously, you're part of Team Yubiken, so you talk to a lot of the Yubiken players, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, like I've been pretty much out of the arcade for a good like year or so.
Okay.
Like, actually, that's not true because I practiced for like a Capcom Pro Tour, but even then, it's a hard game because like Street Fighter 4 is just a lot of maintenance. You
Dude,
know?
44 characters? Yeah, that game is a ton of
If,
maintenance.
if it was like vanilla and I could concentrate on like 16 matchups,
Yeah.
like it would be like from a competitive standpoint, you would see a lot more. I think the level of play goes down when there's more characters. Like it doesn't matter like Nemo for example is like the best player right now. Like if there was less characters, you'd be seeing more tech from him because now he doesn't have to worry about like maintaining
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
matchup.
I think you're right.
It's so funny because I even said to, I think I said to you one time that if you learned ST and you learned how to fight every character in that game and their ODOT versions, the original versions, you're learning less matchups than you are in Street Fighter 4.
Wow, crazy.
You know,
Yeah, you're right, though.
It's nuts. Street Fighter 4, yeah.
Wow, by like 50%.
Yeah, and to me, that's one of my things that
30%.
I'm looking so excited about for Street Fighter 5 is that we're bringing it down to 16 characters. We're actually gonna be able to learn the characters and see some real matchups and stuff like that.
When 4 came out, it was 16 and then 17, right?
Yeah.
So all this bloat ended up happening, and I'm kind of worried about that for 5 too, because there's already 6 announced, and unlikely to end there.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like I feel like it's gonna keep coming. So I hope it never gets up to what is it, 44? Now
Yeah, 44.
SF4.
Although to be fair, I do think that the amount to learn about each character is probably going to be a little bit less than it is in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah. I think a lot more people will have. I think most top players will easily have like 3 mains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually can see myself using a bunch of different characters for fun in this
I think
game,
you can
so.
master a character like however you want to define that relatively quickly.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, in Street Fighter 5.
I mean, again, this is not a knock on it at all because Super Turbo I feel the same way in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Like the characters I don't feel like are as complicated as they are in Street Fighter 4.
Well,
there's definitely a lot of little funky details about them and stuff like
that's
that.
become very important over time.
Right.
Those details.
But I feel like with Street Fighter 5, I mean, you don't even have close-ups, close moves, far moves, different, not even different neutral jump moves for a lot of the characters and stuff like that. So there's just definitely going to be a lot less moves to try to figure out and learn. Like one of my favorite things about Street Fighter 4 is when I see someone use a button that I've never seen before and they use it in this really cool way, but I just don't.
Just watch Valle play. He does all the weird stuff.
Yeah.
I played him today on his stream for like 20 minutes, and he's like doing walk up like stand strong with Ryu, and then like combos that like
In
that
4?
didn't connect, but he's aiming for him and stuff. Yeah.
I guess for me maybe it's colored a bit because I'm trying to learn Dalsum, and I feel like he's very complicated.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true too.
What game are we talking about?
5.
Huh?
Like I feel he's such a different character.
But complicated,
Maybe
like-
ultimately he'll not feel complicated, but right now when he's so different from 4, it feels like it's complicated to learn.
Can I steal a walnut this time? Boom. I love walnuts.
See, like, I think one thing that they're doing very well. Let's say, what's the most complicated character in Street Fighter 4 that you want to use but you can't use because of execution?
Probably, I would
Ibuki
say
or something, or like
Viper
whatever.
or a Buki.
Viper? Yeah. Okay. So I think that problem is going to be not that big in Street Fighter 5. I think in Street Fighter 5, like the most complicated character, me and you can use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like physically speaking, yeah.
I mean, it
you
makes
have
me
to write
sad
about
though. I really do wish that they have one execution-heavy character in the game, because I mean that whole thing where people are like, well, what if I like Viper and I can't use her because she's so execution-heavy, right?
Yeah.
What if you like Rushdown and Guile's your favorite character? Sorry, there's nothing you can do, right? What if Zangief is your favorite character and what if you like zoning or something, but Zangief looks cool? You can't use him in zoning. Sorry, that's just the way it works. So if you like Viper and you can't do execution, what are you gonna do? Not every character can be used exactly how you want to play them, and so I feel like you have to have the execution characters. Because I talk to a lot of people because I'm very adamant about this. They're like, I agree because I only like playing characters when I feel like I can do something cool with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a decent amount of the community. Like I mean. A big extreme with let's say Desk, right? Desk is gonna make his entire combo video collection in like a month or something like that. And then he's just gonna be like, okay, next patch, I'll see you guys later or something like that. I mean, I hope hopefully that's not true.
Yeah, I'm just not sure that that's true because in past games that isn't how it turns out. Like when you pick up Third Strike, you don't see aside from Yubiken Agent, you don't see anything that's like obviously difficult in combos. But some of my favorite combo videos come out of Third Strike. Like look at Ryu. Ryu has like 2 button combos. You do like crouching fierce into donkey kick. Like that's his combo. Q is like medium kick
the stun
into whatever.
combos are like where the combo videos like you know like when you're about to stun them
Necro
and
is like
dun,
throws
dun, dun,
Makoto.
dun,
Pow,
no.
pow, pow,
For
pow,
sure, that's part
pow,
of it.
pow.
But there are also things that people didn't expect, like throws being comboable, not even in stun states. Some of them just are.
Right.
And then there are things like resetting into supers in the air. Like there are all these weird things that end up working out.
I mean, my favorite
Every
things-
game's been like that so far. So
my favorite thing
I
about
don't know, we'll
combo
see.
videos for Third Strike were all from KYSG, and those
course.
were all, you know, like humans can't do most of those combos.
Well, yeah.
So.
yeah, but there's sick combo videos.
No, there are
man.
some sick combo videos, but
Overheads linking in weird ways.
Yeah, that
like-
game had an interesting juggle system, and I think that
It
allowed
did.
for
It
a
did.
lot.
No,
of
you're right.
things,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like this is me being Kim again, you know, but like with Cammy, like seriously, there's gonna only be like 3 combos with her. Like, there's just not gonna be anything to do with her.
But she's gonna be a good character though.
I mean, look, we're gonna find weird combos. Like it's gonna be like stuff like on Crouching Honda, Makoto gets 5 stand strongs.
Right.
There's gonna be that weird stuff. There's always weird
Why
stuff.
is it always Crouching Honda?
I don't know, but that's always.
Oh,
in
actually,
there.
no, that's not true. It's only Street Fighter 4 that Crouching Honda has a problem.
Look, I feel like SF4 is super simple, if I'm to be honest about it, and to the extent that it does have cool combo videos. There was a sick one that just came out.
Yeah, Duplessis one that came
Super
out.
cool combo video.
Uh-huh.
But when you just sit down and you pick a character, you find the character's reasonable, practical combos in an hour. They're all there. It's crouching medium kick into something, right? It's
Right.
maybe something links that you find out about 2 days later. Like that's it. We knew about every vanilla character practical combo in the first month. But there are still cool combo videos. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know, because I mean the one thing that I feel like is missing, honestly, and I do think that V skills, God, which one is which? V trigger.
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Yeah, man.
I think V triggers are gonna help this, but one of the nice things about Street Fighter 4 was the freedom that FADCs kind of allowed. You know, there was an element of creativity there because it's just a system. Like, you can cancel things in FADC,
you're right.
and so people will just find ridiculous things with FADC.
They ended up doing so, yeah. It took a long time for that stuff to actually be used in practical combos, but yeah, you're right.
Because I even remember when I played Rufus, like in vanilla, I would always do dive kick, low short, jab, spin.
Yeah.
But eventually it became short into fierce.
Right, you
into
found the
spin.
lane.
Yeah, you find that kind of stuff like that. So even early on, it was different than how it is later on and such. So
Yeah. Just everybody's looking at SF5 as if it were an 8-year-old game, like SF4 is, and it's not. But it'll have weird stuff. Every game has weird stuff.
To be honest with you,
Maybe it'll be bad weird stuff. Who even knows? But
to be honest with you, like if we took the knowledge that we know now and went to Street Fighter 4 vanilla, we would find most of the combos like almost instantaneously.
Yeah,
you know,
we for
And
sure
that's
would.
that's the level of knowledge we're taking into Street Fighter 5.
Right? Yeah, we're
so-
just way better at finding everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's true. That's true. So in
Yeah.
so Necromantic in vanilla, I played everybody. I played every character because I would play with my coworkers who didn't really play the game. So I would just random select when I played against them.
Oh dang!
Yeah. Although my Fuerte was really bad. My Fuerte was
Everybody's
terrible.
Forte was bad then. There were 0 good Fortes. I played Forte. I mean, I played a lot of the characters because we thought that they were simple. I mean, it took a while for it to feel complicated. So I played Geef and Sim as my main tournament characters. But I definitely played like Guile and Fuerte and, Ken.
It was weird
Not that
because
easy, not that hard to pick up.
I barely played 4 in the arcade. Like, it wasn't until it came out on console that I finally played it. But when I did play in the arcade, yeah, Zangief was my main character. So I still remember in the first SPO qualifier tournament, the one that who won that one? That was the Edma?
Wait, say what?
The first SPO qualifier tournament.
Edma.
That was the one that.
Edma no.
That was the one where
No.
Edma.
Kamafin Vi.
Yeah, well, that was the one where I think Mike Ross made that crazy comeback, and that was the photo with Combo Fiend looking like he was going crazy. That was an arcade tournament, and I teamed up with Tom Cannon in that tournament, and I just played Zangief, so because I didn't have.
Was that at round 1?
That was
it there yet?
That was at. I want to say it was at Denjin.
Oh, Denjin.
No, it might have been Family Fun. It was either that or Family Fun.
I don't think it was Denjin.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
I was not in David's bathroom.
No, it's true. He was not. Yeah.
I don't know what's in James's cabinet. I'll check next time.
Yeah.
Which one? The medicine cabinet in there?
Yeah.
To open it, dude. There's literally nothing in there.
I'm scared now.
See, this was reverse psychology. It totally worked.
There's like hella money in there.
Wait, did Slasher stream that tournament? Is that what's being said?
What? Slasher streamed what?
I don't remember. Well, there were a couple of times when...
Oh, wait. I think I do remember that.
There were a couple of times.
Yes, I think I do remember that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think... But you know what? Back then, I didn't know who Slasher was, so I don't think I was able to make that connection.
Guns N' Roses.
But I remember there was somebody...
The guitarist. Guns N' Roses.
That would have been big news.
Slash? Oh.
The Slash.
Can you sing a Guns N' Roses song right now?
Guns N' Roses song.
What's the November Rain?
Oh, sweet child of mine.
Rain.
No, I went the wrong direction. Oh, yeah.
You don't like Guns N' Roses?
That was that Denjin, really? Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, we're all good.
I'm sorry to satisfy your Guns N' Roses.
I just think you should work on it. That's all.
Something November Rain. November Rain.
I remember the song. Yeah.
Which was the Guns N' Roses song that was in Rock Band?
What?
I'm not sure about that one. Yeah.
In a rock band?
No, the game.
The game Rock Band.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of them, but like.
So Rock Band is a game?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the game with the guitar and the drums and the microphone. It's a music game. Oh, he was in Japan when this was thing.
It's like Guitar Hero, but it's like...
It's like... No, you have to say it's like Guitar
Man,
Freaks.
I just played Bison, man. I just played Bison.
You have to say it's like Guitar Freaks.
Do you play... Okay. Do you play video games? Do you consider yourself a video game player?
No.
You don't? Yeah. I used to be the same way. Mm-hmm. But I've gotten back into playing video games.
Well, I mean, like I played, like, Final Fantasy and, like, Metal Gear.
A billion years ago.
Gear 1. Yeah, like...
Yeah, me too.
When I was, like, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, no, but you wouldn't consider yourself like a...
It's not that I'm not interested. I just like really love Street Fighter that much. Like I'd rather give that most of my attention.
Right.
Yeah, I was like that for a long time. My resolution for last year was to play more games, just because I missed it, and I did, and it was fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, I've been playing video games my whole entire life, and I've kind of stopped, not voluntarily, but I still try to play when I can. So.
There's a lot of people in FGC who don't consider themselves like video game players.
Yeah.
They're just...
That's why every time you see Ricky Ortiz say something on Twitter like, I'm going to play this game, Justin and Flo would respond like, yeah, sure you are.
Yeah.
Sure you are.
Yeah. No, Ricky plays some video games, but like only a couple, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I would play, like I said, I would play a lot more if I had the opportunity to, but... It's just I don't have a lot of time. And it's funny because Justin even said, like, one of the key ways to play more games is to stream yourself playing them. So I'm definitely going to try to do that. Okay. I'm going to try to stream, like, Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider that just came out, which is only exclusively on Xbox One for now.
Not going to be for long.
Yeah, I know. It's coming out on PC soon.
Totally aware of this.
So.
Yeah. Real stuff.
But I don't not play other games because of, like, some video game stigma.
No, yeah, I hear you.
I mean, like, I still remember Metal Gear 1, like, quite...
Oh.
And then, like as weird as it is, like, I watch Resident Evil walkthroughs.
Okay.
Like,
nice.
I watch them, but I don't play them. Does that count?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Am I a video gamer now?
You're a video gamer.
Maybe you were watching DSP play them.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe.
Wow.
Or if he's screaming and yelling, then...
Yeah, okay.
I watched that. What was that one game? Okay, I'm not... it was cancelled. Maker of Silent Hill. Scary
Oh,
game.
you're talking about PT, right?
PT, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's scary.
Dude, that is seriously the best. The Aris had that. That's where that footage was from Aris. Remember when we did the Wednesday night fights online? Aris was streaming and he threw his controller because it's from PT. So,
I don't care how manly you are. No one can take that.
No, that game was so good. Like seriously, that it's called PT because it stands for playable teaser. Basically, is just what it is.
I thought it was it could say other things, right? Like
yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's what
not paranormal, something else.
But I'm pretty sure that's what it stood for. But seriously, that game is just like that game will.
Is that PC? The 28th? What's that all about?
Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is going to be on PC.
I thought it was. Oh, I'm talking about PC.
Yeah.
I thought that was canceled.
Yeah,
but if that game ever came out,
dude, it would have been so good.
I'd be watching it on YouTube all day. You know,
You wouldn't be playing it yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Lights on, everything.
I mean, have you seen anything about PT?
No, I've only seen that Aris clip.
Okay, so basically all it is that you just walk down a hall, you make a right turn, you walk down another hall, go into a door, and it just keeps leading into the same cycle. And just like as you keep going, just
shit
like
happens.
Crazy shit happens, and it's so good.
That sounds very simple.
No, that's it is. It's very simple, and that's kind of what makes it effective because every time you go in there,
it's like a horror game, right?
But see, the cool thing about it is, it's every time you go through it, something changes, something small changes, and then as you keep going, and then all of a sudden you hear like baby crying sounds and stuff like that, and then you'll see like roaches crawling.
Well, I'm not gonna play that.
Yeah, exactly. But that kind of stuff is like. I mean, if someone played that, would you call them a video gamer also? They just appreciate.
I mean, to me, you're a video gamer if you play any games that are video. So I don't think you. No, I'm serious. I don't think that you need to have like an identity around it. Like if you play Candy Crush,
I was just about to say the exact
same thing. You play video games, man. That's in my view. I don't know.
Yeah.
PT now stands for pretty good time. Nice.
Pachinko time. Do you ever play pachinko in Japan a lot or no?
No. What's the point?
What about mahjong? Did you play mahjong a lot over there? No.
No, not
never went that. Never went the Daigo path.
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
No.
That's where he found Bonchan, dude. If Daigo didn't play that, we would have had no Bonchan.
So talk to me about Yubiken. Like what was the genesis of that?
Okay, so I wasn't like a founding father of Yubiken, but I joined like a couple months afterwards, and initially, to me, so like a lot of people know that in Japan when you enter tournaments, even if you win, like Japanese tournaments are like so hard to win, but even if they win, they get nothing, right?
Right.
So initially, like my mission statement or mission goal or whatever was to see how other players felt about that, because some players like really didn't care that they didn't win anything, and some players said like, yeah, we watch international streams and we want that too. I mean, the majority said that, but I remember some pretty decent top players said that it doesn't really matter to us. So initially it was about bringing like reward or whatever to players that work so hard to become good. That's what it was initially. And then there's a Ken player who studied in LA at music school for like 4 years. So he spoke like his English is like extremely good. So he was like, we're doing this stream every Thursday. It's called Yubiken. Come check it out. Like the guy that's the boss or whatever, the guy who basically lets us use his studio and really likes Street Fighter also. He also speaks English even better than me.
Is this somebody I would know?
No. You mean the boss guy?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Most people don't.
I don't know why Japanese tournaments don't just have it so that when you win tournaments, they give you prizes, like little trinkets or whatever, and there just happens to be a store next door that buys those things for a lot of money.
Dude, I thought about this too, but that's not gonna work.
No. Yeah. I mean, the only reason that
everybody already knows Pachinko's like bullshit.
I know.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say the only reason that Pachinko even works is just because it's like everybody knows that it's BS. But
right. Exactly.
It's like the one thing the government / crime is cool with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so initially that was it, and then after that I figured out what I'm talking about. Like these guys are like really cool, so I started hanging out with them, and then it became what it is now, and now it's about like people with a common goal. First forming like a really strong team. That initially most of the players really they really want. That's really important to them to make a team that where everyone can see us and be like, these guys are like the best, and just having that is better than just playing by yourself.
Okay,
yeah,
makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah. And then it became about spreading like the love of Street Fighter outside, and now we're gonna move on from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5,
course.
Most of the players, they actually are quite positive about the game.
Yeah, actually, that's actually interesting because I mean, most of the dissent most of the players that I've heard from Asia don't seem to like the game that much.
Yeah. But I mean, of course, it just depends on the person, so it's hard to really categorize it that way. I think Street Fighter V is getting a bad rap because when I talk about Street Fighter V, I don't want to give it the impression that like I gave up on it or anything like that. I totally didn't give up on it. I'm just saying that like this is the first game where we have like a public beta. Therefore we have a lot of opinions about the game already.
Yeah.
So then let's talk about the opinions. That's it. You know, if the game is like incredibly different in 30 days or whatever, then we can say I'll happily say like, great, we have more options of attacking. I love it, you know. But I'm just saying what I've seen from the beta.
Okay.
And I didn't have a bad time playing it at all. I just played a bunch of guys who I could tell didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I think that's what most people's experiences are.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. One last comment. But so Yubiken held a Street Fighter V tournament in Japan.
That was awesome.
That's right. Yeah.
First official Capcom tournament, and there was a lot of young blood.
That's the cool part.
Yeah.
That's
sick.
cool.
I was wondering about that.
I'm sure that's one of their like mission statements. You know, get new players for sure, and they succeeded in that for sure.
That's great. I'm really happy to hear that. How many people would you say were there?
It was there was more. Okay, so I mean, I don't know if it's publicly released, but whatever. Like 170 people plus signed up, but we can only do 64.
Oh, really?
We had a time limit in the space that we were using
right.
to get us out.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's how a lot of...
But dang, 170
that's a lot of
people.
Yeah, that's really good, though.
Really good. Dang, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the thing, right? I mean, I've kind of said this too, that I think on our show where I was just like, I feel like a lot of it is really going to come down to really careful footsies, and I really do feel like now that Street Fighter V is going to be one of those games where the commentators are going to make a big difference for the game.
Okay.
Like if you have commentators who can actually describe the footsies really well, it's going to be a lot better because it's going to, I mean, I don't think it's going to have that, you're not going to see 25 hit Evil Ryu combos with Daigo versus Momochi and have everyone go crazy about that, you know what I mean? We're not going to see stuff like that, so you have to get excited about just like the really smart hits and the really smart uses of moves and stuff like that. So I feel like that, you know, commentators are going to be very important for the game.
Okay.
I think it's just out there for you. Like how, like once you have maybe like an hour with the game, you'll be able to pretty decently explain why something worked. Yeah. I mean, that's always been one of my favorite things. I mean, you obviously have read my CVS2 FAQ, right? So. Which I'm sorry. Well, refresh my memory.
My giant.
I've read a lot of your facts before I even met you.
No, the CVS2 one was the giant.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I read that.
Yeah. So I mean, I just love breaking down systems and analyzing systems to death. And so when a new game comes out, that's all I want to do is just like break everything down.
Yeah.
So and figure out why everything works.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean? So I'm gonna be super excited about that with Street Fighter V. I haven't done anything with the beta because it's like everything's gonna change, right? So.
Alright, here it is. Yeah.
Let's talk something that I like about Street Fighter V.
Okay.
Okay, so when you block moves in Street Fighter V and there's like that white light.
Yes.
That is great.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's like a pseudo guard meter. You know, like you don't have to. So and obviously, like when someone whips an uppercut, you get a counter hit combo, right?
Right.
So they're obviously trying to just control like players just going crazy because there's like a huge consequence, right?
Yeah.
So now like they're blocking a bunch of attacks, mediums, whatever, and then you hit him with a little short, but that little short now means a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was like one of the greatest compromises for Guard Crush. Because I know they just don't want to put Guard Crush in there. Because Guard Crush it's really oppressive to new players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
New players have a really hard time dealing with that concept that if you block too much, you get Guard Crush. So in this game, it lets you block, but there's a slight consequence to it. It's not chip damage, but you know, smarter players can take advantage of it. And I think the game is going to develop a lot through that.
I think
It's just
so
that
too,
white
yeah.
life damage.
I kind of wish there was like a bigger chunk though.
I think I agree with that. Yeah.
That it drained faster, you mean?
Yeah. But that said, with the characters that I care about, like Zangief and Dalsum and Bison, I found setups after like pretty normal knockdown situations where you can take 50 white life more or less, which doesn't sound like that much, but if you get that a couple of times, it's like landing another significant hit. You know what I mean? You can take off an extra 100 damage that you wouldn't have been able to otherwise.
I mean,
it could be relevant.
Yeah, because
We'll
I
see.
mean, you said like the 50 damage doesn't sound like much. Dude, there's a lot of normals and stuff like that they would just change the damage by like 50, or like give Seth 50 more life.
Right, Seth
you know
got
what I
50
mean?
more
All of a
health.
sudden, it was that much. It's a big difference. It's weird. It doesn't sound like it out of
Right.
1,000, but it really
Yeah.
is significant. So
Yeah.
So Street Fighter 5 definitely has some good things going for it.
I think so too.
Crush counter is it's pretty cool. I like that. Okay. First of all, I think crush counter is going to be extremely interesting in this game. Like,
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like one of the most important things to like focus on.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And
It's
reacting
exclusive to Street Fighter 5 too.
and reacting to it and getting the max punish off of it is going to be a
Option
big
selects
thing.
all day.
Oh, is it- okay, fair
Already
enough.
done.
Yeah, fair
Wait,
enough.
wait, sorry, say it again.
I found, well, people have known about option selects where you do a button, fierce,
Okay.
on crush counter, you
Okay.
can combo into a certain thing, cancel into a certain
Sure.
thing.
Okay.
On not crush counter, you don't do that.
Because
But-
the crush counter hit stun is a little bit longer.
So are you like
So-
buffering it at a certain time or what?
Yeah. So for example, you can do like fierce with Ken, fierce, fireball, hurricane kick.
Okay, okay.
And then on regular hit, it'll come out with fireball, or on block, it'll come out with fireball. But on crush counter, you do the V
So
skill, so he
Hurricane Kick is, like
runs.
super late.
Yeah, super late.
So
So
like dun 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 or something like that.
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's more or less like that. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Something like that.
Yeah. So it's really not that hard to learn. I feel like that'll be an important option to select.
The one thing that I've figured out with my limited time with it is throw ranges a little bit different. So for example, who has a long throw range in Street Fighter 4?
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li?
Those-
Okay.
Chun-Li and Rose have the two longest.
I just want to use this character so like majority of the people watching will be able to relate to it. So let's say you do low jab. I guess low jab throw is fine. So low jab, don't walk forward, press throw will connect, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Street Fighter 4, only certain combinations will work. With Bison, slow walk speed, he could do that with all his normals. So you don't have to worry about walk up throw. And that was I think that's like super intentional. So with Ryu, low jab throw, throw doesn't connect at the walk forward. The only one that does connect is stand short throw. And I think that is
Weird.
that's
I didn't
gonna
know
be that's gonna be the like go-to mix-up. Because
Yeah.
Bison short walk back low forward scissor kick.
Right.
So with Ryu or whatever, stand short, walk back, low forwards, fireball, super, something like that, right? Like so you can still have that like, cause a lot of specials in the game are like negative, right? So you can still have something like that to make the game, because it's all about being safe, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's the most safest thing I could come up with, though.
But the
yeah.
thing about it is, you also have to remember, since this is Street Fighter 5, there's no more crouch teching. So there's just going to be a lot of easier ways to open people up. Because right now in Street Fighter 4, one of the biggest problems when you get close up, low short is so powerful because it's fast, it text throws, and
Leads to
you can hit
combos.
convert it into combos, right? It's just not even going to be like that in this game anymore. So if getting the threat of the throw is so much more important in this game, so I don't think that I think it's fine that throws aren't as long range because just being able to, if they were longer range and they were always scary, then the game would just boil down to, hi, I'm next to you, frame trap or throw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like by weakening throws a little bit, it kind of works out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like throws, I would like them to be stronger just because I like that.
Right.
But at the same time, with things like no crouch tech and crush counter being there, and if the opponent, which will counter hit a throw, a whiff throw attempt, right? You crush counter out of that. And the system of fierces and roundhouses beating out strongs and mediums. And, no invincible backdash. In fact, counter-hitable backdash. Like, all these things I feel like are designed to make throws, like, stronger by sort of referral.
Okay.
Just because they want to convince you so strongly as the defender to just sit. And so, like, if throws were super strong, I would feel like that might be stupid. I don't know. I feel like throws are strong, I guess, even though they're not as damaging as they could be.
Well, the other thing
And the setups are not that great.
And don't forget, though, throws also cause a lot more stun in this game, I feel like, than they did in Street
Does
Fighter.
it?
I don't know. It feels
I'm not
that
sure.
way. It feels that way. We'll have to do the science once it comes out. So.
That's gonna be soon.
That is going to be soon.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost midnight. I was gonna say noon. It's almost midnight.
Noon, yeah. If it was almost noon, we'd be in trouble. So.
God, yeah.
I need to catch my flight if it was that.
What time
Oh,
are
are you
you
flying
leaving?
out?
No, I'm just kidding. My flight's at like nighttime. Like
Are you heading back to Japan already, or
No,
are
I'm
you
going
back to
I'm going back to
NorCal?
San Jose for a day,
Okay.
and then back on a long ass flight.
Ooh, man, I bet. What do you do on those long flights?
I try not to freak out.
Oh, do you hate flying?
I hate flying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've like recently developed it too. Like before, I was like, oh, I'm flying in the air,
Yeah.
whatever. And now they have like, what was it? Like this last flight on JetBlue, they had like an Aaliyah special, and you know how Aaliyah like died?
Okay.
Which one?
Yeah.
Plane crash, right?
Really? Is that what it was?
I think so.
I honestly don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so I was like so paranoid. I was like, change the fucking
Yeah.
channel. I don't want to see this. I'm a big Aaliyah fan too. I don't want to watch this at all. Like I'm not like super.
No.
But I don't want to see anything. Like anything to just like make my mind
Yeah,
like go in that
yeah,
direction.
yeah.
Fuck it, dude.
Look, I'm telling you right now, all I ever do on planes is it's called the Nintendo 3DS, dude. Find a good puzzle game and just get my brain in there, and then I just don't even notice the flights. So
Personally, I time travel. And the way that I do that is by opening up my PC or my tablet and opening up Steam and then opening up Sid Meier's Civilization 5. And the next thing I know, I'm at my destination.
Yep.
It's great.
I play games.
It's
I know
great.
what you're talking about.
Video games are the best way to pass time on airplanes. Free.
Although when I flew up to San Francisco for Capcom Cup, I watched San Andreas. You know that movie?
Get drunk. Oh yeah, San Andreas.
Yeah, I watched San Andreas where
That's a video game also.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's true.
But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to watch a movie where LA blows up and then San Francisco blows up.
Oh, something blows up in the plane. That's awesome.
For planes go down. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to watch.
I mean,
and
that's why that joke in the movie Airplane was so good when they're all watching the film of the airplane crashing.
Yeah.
But it's not funny when you're like on the plane.
No,
I mean, for me, it's fine, but I can understand how it would be obnoxious for sure. Yeah. Well, anything else that you want to say? Anything you want to plug? Would you like to plug anything?
Inappropriate, by the way.
Okay, man. Do what you will with that. Do what you will.
You can watch Yubiken every Thursday. I forgot. 7:30 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday, which would be 3:30. 3:30? No, 4:30. Math, yeah, Asians. 4:30 Pacific time on Thursday. We've been doing some non-Street Fighter 4 stuff lately. We've been preparing the streaming audience for Street Fighter 5. I
really enjoyed that tournament, by the way. It was seriously sick.
Good.
Is it on YouTube by any chance? I haven't seen it yet.
It's Capcom's footage, so they decide when they're gonna put it up.
Okay. I wonder if it's on Capcom Fighters or not. So.
Capcom Fighters. I mean, they have like a Capcom Japan channel too.
Do they?
Yeah. They also have a Capcom Japan like Twitch channel also.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from what I know, it's not
I didn't
online
get a chance
yet.
to see it. But it was streamed on Twitch.
It was on Nico Nico.
It was
actually.
Nico.
It was
It's
Nico
exclusive
Nico.
to
Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy that 240p.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was really good play though. It was awesome.
Yeah. The results were Hagijin, not Dashio. Who got second?
Did Hagijin use Zangief?
He was Birdie.
Birdie.
Very good Birdie.
The
Oh,
second guy was the
Nakali
Nakali guy. Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually he plays in a lot of games.
Okay.
He used to be one of the top Blancas too, but I think he's like more on the media side now. So just comes up in these situations and messes fools up real quick.
Yeah.
Dashio got third with his weekend Ryu. Because that weekend the beta was ending, and the next day was like the tournaments.
Right.
By design, that's how it was.
Kubo's in there.
He played
with
Birdie. As well. Yeah.
Storm Kubo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, top 8 was like all established players.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, well, quick story before we go.
Yeah.
I feel. Hopefully he's watching for some reason and understands perfect English. But there was like a new school player, like some young Japanese guy, right? And like he didn't want to attack me, so like I just kind of naturally did it. I was like, I did that, and then I kind of beat him easily. I think he kind of gave me the game, and and at that time when you play, everyone plays first to 2, so you get as much time, and it's just casuals. He just gave after one game. I was like, fuck. My bad.
You made him feel bad.
Yeah, because I'm
You
trying to
made him
encourage
feel
players,
bad.
right?
Yeah,
It was like so
Yeah,
natural.
yeah.
He's like, I was like, something like that, right? Yeah.
You're such a jerk, Kim.
Okay, so if you ever meet me in person, like when you play me in games, and when you like talk to me outside of games or outside of competition, yeah, I'm like a completely different person. So please come up to me. I'm not a jerk.
Did we ever play each other in CVS2, like at Southern Hills Golfland or anything like that? I can't even remember now.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember anything.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's my bedtime right now.
Yeah, I'm getting tired too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is just a random time. He just happened to be here. We thought it'd be cool to hang.
Yep.
That's all.
That's all, folks.
All right. Well, that's it. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Thank you again, Kim, for stopping by.
Yeah, man.
No problem.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.